There are moments when the heart feels restless, when the mind cannot find peace, and when silence becomes heavy. Perhaps today you are carrying worries no one else sees, questions without answers, or a quiet fear about tomorrow. This psalm speaks directly to that place within you, the place that longs for reassurance, justice, and rest. Today, we reflect on Psalm 4, a psalm attributed to David. Hear now the words of the psalm. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You gave me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. How long, O people, shall my honor suffer shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the faithful for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry, but do not sin. Ponder it on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put gladness in my heart more than when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. This psalm shows us a man who speaks honestly before God. David does not hide his frustration, his weariness, or his questions. He cries out for justice, reminding himself that God listens to those who remain faithful. Even when surrounded by falsehood, doubt, or pressure, David chooses to trust rather than panic. One of the most powerful teachings of this psalm is the call to stillness. Be angry, but do not sin. Ponder it on your bits and be silent. It reminds us that not every emotion must lead to action, and not every thought needs to be spoken. There is wisdom in pausing before God, allowing Him to calm the heart before we respond to the world. The psalm also speaks of a deeper joy, a joy that does not depend on abundance, success, or approval. David says that God placed gladness in his heart, greater than material prosperity. This tells us that true peace does not come from what we gain, but from whom we trust. In practical terms, this psalm invites us to do three things. First, to bring our worries honestly before God. Second, to choose trust over anxiety, even when answers are delayed. Third, to rest, knowing that safety does not come from control, but from faith. If today you are struggling to sleep, carrying unresolved attention, or feeling surrounded by uncertainty, let this psalm remind you that peace is possible, not because everything is perfect, but because God is present. As you go on with your day, take a moment to reflect on what you need to release. Place it in God's hands and allow your heart to rest. And if you wish to explore meaningful religious details that support reflection and faith, you'll find a link in the description. Visiting it also helps support this channel, allowing it to continue sharing daily reflections like this one. May peace fill your heart, and may you rest knowing that you are not alone.